All right, fight fans. This is AmiPolizeiFunk. I am here with Guderian. And Guderian, man, it was really nice to listen to you casting, and it's really actually great to have Sunday Night Fights back on Semwa once again.
Thanks, and I agree it is. Well, I'm one of the biggest fans of the Big 3 map. As much as the custom maps are awesome, but you know, playing on this old map just kind of brings back the memories of the good old days, you know what I mean?
Completely. It is a classic. When you mentioned early nades, I just made me think of Gogi. I've played some games with him, a fantastic player, really a wildcat, and a big personality that maybe a lot of the new Company of Heroes players don't remember, but he would always just rock nades early on Semwa, and he taught me that, and I've sort of followed his strat. I always go for nades early, and you know, there's so many great places and ways that you can spring them, you know, and you can pull tricks like you can start the animation at the house and they get out and you actually threw it at the door and you can nail them on their way out. You know, I mean, like nades can be chucked over the hedgerows, you guys checking each other out. You know, how many MGs have died, you know, in the little village of Semwa over the last 6 years? Fantastic stuff. So I am excited to cast Game 4 with you. You know, DevM has now got his back up against the wall, but Wehrmacht has 3 wins in a row, so can he extend the series is the big question.
Yeah, this should be very interesting to see because, well, like I said before, I actually predicted some American wins, but these guys are proving me wrong. And their Wehrmacht just seems to be like top stuff. So we gotta see. I mean, there's no calling this.
Yes, they do play perfect Wehrmacht. I mean, the first time I ever heard of DevM was some of his very early defensive Wehrmacht strats, and of course Aimstrong is just known for incredible Wehrmacht streaks on ladder and just like, don't even try to go Brits against him. He will crush you. You know, he's coming up with new strats for Wehrmacht. He's like setting the pace of the metagame all the time. So they're both just Wehrmacht specialists. So I'm just so eager to get into this, man. We've got a big ton of viewers. Thanks, Twitch Home TV. Twitch Home TV page. Twitch TV home page. Guderian, you paused at 5 seconds. Who would you like to follow?
I would like to follow Aimstrong again.
All right, so you're Simon and I'm Company of Handos. Of course, that's a reference to Star Wars.
Yes, you are.
And nothing else. All right, we're paused at 5 seconds. Company of Heroes fans. Hold on a second. Let me take a swig of Berliner. I'm feeling well enough to do this again. Wait, one second. Hold on.
Do it.
All right, I apologize. I apologize in advance to my neighbors. Last time they stepped to their feet really loud. To heck with them. All right, here we go. Let's get ready to rumble! Company of Heroes fans! Sunday Night Fight Season 4, here we go! Unpause in 5 seconds, gonna unpause in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, Guderian, check this out. I do a really good rifles on Semwa impression. Ready for this?
Ready, pioneers.
Do it.
All right, here we go. Ready? Psst. Rifles.
I'm sorry.
That was it, dude. It was perfect, right? You thought it was in-game talk, didn't you? Here, I'll do it again. Like, you couldn't believe that wasn't company. You're like, wait a second. Was that a game? No, wait, it's Sunny. What's going on? No, here, I'll do it again. Ready? Here we go. Psst. Rifles.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. I mean, the only problem, the only problem is that I've got the Russian version of. No, I've got the Russian version of Situation Stall. They wouldn't say it, but I totally bought it. I totally bought it. I'm telling you the truth.
Like, we're such big fans of this game. It's been such a love affair. As a player who has always had the English version, like the audio cues from the American players, you know, you got these Brooklyn engineers. I just love these guys. They're hilarious. The accents, the voice acting, it just, how can you ever outdo that, you know? The comments that they make, the fact that they talk differently, that they like whisper and talk kind of quiet when it's night and rainy on Semwa. You know, when you auto-match Semwa, you play in the rain all the time, right? And here in tournaments, of course, we set it on daylight. It's easier for the players, but every time you get Semwa on auto-match, man, that first squad out of the barracks, like, psst, rifles on me. You know, I just love it, man.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I mean, the sounds they have in game is just unbelievable. The Germans as well. I mean, the first time I played the game, I was absolutely stunned with this mildly ironic, yet so badass sounds for the Germans. It's just beautiful.
They do. They've got a personality, you know, they really do. They're kind of like Germans, you know, they're like sarcastic and self-deprecating, but still like just really funny and still strong through it. It's they captured that character so well.
Yeah. It might be because of such good game sounds you really want to save your unit, because you feel so sorry for them when you lose them, because they've got such awesome voices and stuff, man.
They're your dudes. You got to take care of them. You don't want to let them down, right? Especially when they get vet. It's cool that in Code 2 that both sides will earn their vet, so there will be even more of that.
Yeah.
Just unit preservation in Company of Heroes is everything, and that's what these top players are so good at. Like if you try Company of Heroes and you know you haven't been playing for years, look at this runaround. Look at what Aimstrong is doing up here. Sorry, DevM and Aimstrong. DevM was doing ring around the hedgerow just to delay Aimstrong's rifles from getting anything actually done. What they want to do is cap that fuel, but DevM was giving him the little micro runaround and yet still preserve the lives of both of those pios. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's the little things. It's all about the little things.
The Americans are capturing the sector.
All right, so a relatively quiet start. Both players are refusing to put all their chips into one skirmish. You could see there that the Volks and the rifles just sort of danced past each other as the rifles crossed that small river to move down to the south. They didn't want to fully engage, and there's been a lot of dancing going on so far in this game. I wonder when one player will finally commit to an engagement. Here comes Simon coming into the center. He's garrisoned a house and he's drawing MG fire. That's a brilliant tactic, because those rifles are, of course, that's the best cover there is in a strong house. So they're sucking up all the MG fire while this other rifle squad can get in close. They're going to hop on the green cover of this stone fence, and DevM knows that, you know, these two rifles have sort of checkmated his squads, and he needs to move back and try to soft retreat it.
Yeah, that's really nice by Aimstrong. But DevM's really holding up as well. Oh, and that squad in the green cover gets suppressed as well. That's kind of bad for him.
But he can stay there for quite some time. When they're down on their bellies and flashing yellow like that, it seems, you know, they take less damage from the MG. They can stick around forever and just suck up that MG's fire.
Oh yeah, true. That's what
might be time for them to leave now, though.
It seems like he did have an initial plan to push DevM off the map, because he was trying to flank the third rifle squad from the south, but the second Volk squad prevented that. So eventually he's gonna need to get out there.
Look at those Volks surrounding the squad of rifles in the graveyard. Man, for some of them it will be their graveyard. They're down to 3 guys. Reinforcements are coming up from the base to sort of, they're going to try to focus this one Volks Grenadier squad and like get a big gang up on it. That squad leaves the DevM's new snipers picking away from the green cover of that stone fence, and it looks like DevM will safely hold the center. His snipers instantly uncloaking and running towards the south to assist these poor pios that have garrisoned this house from these rifles here. And look at Aimstrong moving south to stay out of range of that sniper. Just wonderful awareness.
Yep. And that was a nice move surrounding the rifles, since even though they were in green cover, as I'm sure you all know, the cover is directional. So if your back is not in cover, you're gonna take hell of a lot of damage into it.
Attention.
Well, DevM's starting to get his licks in on these rifles. They're going to try to wipe this one strap point. That will cut off the ammo on the right. And then we also have action on the left. Mines going on for treating pioneers. DevM has now completed teching to tier 2, so we'll see if he builds the Kriegs barracks. Pretty
That's
even map
interesting.
control, wouldn't you say?
Indeed, it is. Well, I mean, at this very moment, Aimstrong is at a little bit of an advantage since he cut off the Wehrmacht from the plus 16 munitions on the right. But you know that's going to change in just a sec. The interesting thing is he went for the weapon support center. Considering the amount of fuel he had, I actually thought he was going to fast build an MA, but I'm wrong again. He went for the weapon support center, and he's going to try to counter snipe.
You know, this early weapon support center build that we've seen many times in this series, I guess part of the grand plan is to save fuel for tank depot because, I mean, it's like you're not getting either of the mid-game advantages that you typically see from Americans, that is bars or M8. You're getting neither one of those. So, I mean, what is this? Is this some kind of like new meta Americans where you're like playing for the late game against Ver? That sounds completely counterintuitive.
Well, in all honesty, it's sort of a response to the popularity of snipers among Wehrmacht players nowadays. Because you know that if you don't counter the sniper soon enough, he's just gonna drain too much manpower for you to come back later on. So many US players will try to get that counter sniper as soon as possible.
But look what's happening in these games. I mean, while you're sitting there saving up 340 manpower and you're, you know, spending your fuel building WSC and so forth, it's just that little delay allows a big tier 1 Wehrmacht to populate the entire map. We've seen this in every game tonight. You know, is it really worth sacrificing, you know, that late moment of the early game where you're able to actually execute flanks with bars or nades or something like that? Is it worth sacrificing all that, or the M8 rush, you know, just to get a sniper out?
We are losing territory.
Well, it is worth it if you do get the counter snipe. Absolutely. Of course, it's not if you do not counter snipe, but if you do get the counter sniper, then for a few minutes, the US sniper has got a free roam around the field. He can snipe MGs, he can snipe grenades, he can snipe everything, and get all this back into American hands. So it definitely is worth it if you manage to pull it off.
Alright, well, this sniper war is now on. And uh-oh, look at DevM uncloaking and running forward. Man, look at him. He's still behind the hedgerow, though. But, I mean, okay, he's out of range now. Aimstrong sniper is working around 2 mines by his own strap point. And, look, DevM's got mines, too, right at the T intersection of that main road. And so, I mean, if any units are going to push forward, they better do it with sweeper.
Yeah, that's very nice mine usage by both of them.
And once again, we see a pack long before it will be needed, just to stay safe. Now,
Yeah,
look at DevM.
That's one of the things with the weapon support center. Because of the delay, many Wehrmacht players will get the pack because they're afraid of the M8. And then, if you get the sniper and bars, you're going to be at an advantage. So many players try to use that.
All right, well, let us know if bars start getting upgraded, because I want to know immediately. DevM's been very cavalier with this sniper. He's in no way trying to hide it or trying to go to a good counter-sniping position. I mean, you know, not having seen bars, not having seen M8 already 10 minutes into the game, he must be thinking either tank depot's coming or he got a sniper, so he's got to be cautious. He's now in a better position, and Simon has not yet fired. He's still hidden that sniper, and so we'll see. DevM must have some game sense. Okay, there. Wait, what? Someone did.
He will have an opportunity now, I think.
Okay, look, DevM's still firing. Oh my goodness! And Aimstrong was in range to counter snipe him, but didn't take it. DevM is walking such a razor's edge right now. If that sniper fires, he will be dead. But Aimstrong is also getting very close to the position where DevM has mines. And there it is!
Oh!
There's the shot. What revealed him? Why was he revealed?
He fired. He fired at the church. He fired at the church.
Oh,
yes,
no.
he did.
No! What? DevM, man, absolutely just not reading the game very well. Look at that.
And that's
okay,
what I'm
well, that
saying.
is
Look at the
exactly
US sniper.
what Aimstrong was looking for. That is exactly, and now, like you said, he can uncloak
Bars
and just
and
tee
bars
off,
pop
man.
up.
It's like he's at the golfing range and someone's automatically loading golf balls in front of him, and he can just smack them as much as he likes. Look at him uncloaking, running forward. He's got to be careful though. Look at Aimstrong leading with rifles. This is great.
Oh, damn, the mine! The mine!
They missed it!
Oh!
Oh no! What, the sniper lived? What the hell? What?
That's very lucky.
Steps on
That's
a mine
very,
and
very
lives?
lucky.
What is that? Pro break for Aimstrong. I cannot believe it.
Americans are seizing
Honestly,
territory.
for a person who once, on this map, lost 2 snipers to 1 mine, I can say that Aimstrong is very goddamn lucky.
Oh wow! I mean, you know, like this whole build order revolves around the counter snipe. He got it, but that advantage would have been lost had that mine killed that sniper, which everybody would have expected.
Yeah.
Now the advantage is in place. Obviously, Devin got a he's got a
Oh, those
triage center
rifles
up
on the
already.
right in red cover. That's bad.
Don't lose squads
He ran
now,
out on the
Devin. Don't get
road.
overconfident. Don't get overconfident. He needs to retreat these guys immediately and get them triaged up. What is he even doing out on the battlefield, taking more damage? These guys are so hurt. Of course, the Grenadiers are pretty hurt too. They have to go running.
Yeah.
DevM's got a new sniper. Aimstrong's sniper is still. Let's see if he retreated. Did he retreat it? Because he was
he's
still lingering
healing
by
up
the
at the base.
church for a long time. Oh, okay. Good. All right. That needed to happen. Probably should have happened earlier. He's going to have to wait a bit now. DevM's got the rebuilt sniper back up. His map control is still looking decent. He's got tons of resources flowing in. The fact that he's garrisoned this house on the left-hand side with an MG, that's a very strong position. It's going to be difficult to flank that MG, especially with Volk support over there.
Yeah, and even though he got the counter snipe Aimstrong, if you look at the map control, actually DevM is still in the lead. He's got his munitions, he's cut off Aimstrong from his plus 16 munitions, and he's got more VPs. So he's managing to hold very, very well.
He's doing a lot of work in the center. He's wiring it all up, taking away that directional cover from the American side. What are you looking like for fuel?
That's the thing. I'm looking like a 114 and a plus 16 income, and that's why I wanted to say I was kind of surprised Aimstrong hasn't placed a supply depot yet. He's getting stickies now. He knows that some armor might be coming. And since I've got on the floor off.
Sorry, that was just a huge hit.
Oh,
5 rifles die
I
as
see
they
that.
rush towards the Volksgrenadiers that were surrounding.
Yeah, I see that.
They were lucky. The snipe. Although DevM did reveal that he rebuilt his sniper, and that gives Aimstrong a chance to take a pot shot.
Yeah. Even though he can snipe from here, this position, he's still pretty far away. There we go. This rifle
look at him
should go
trading
down.
blows.
Come on. Oh no.
Another rifle squad narrowly escapes.
Yeah, it's like the 3rd or the 4th rifle squad that escapes with just a sliver of health.
Oh, these
Another
mines
nice
are
mine.
killing Aimstrong. Yeah, they're really slowing him down in the center. I wonder if, sometimes the pack just kind of fires. I wonder if Aimstrong knows that pack is there. DevM does pull out of the center. He doesn't take too many casualties, and he won the engagements on the left, so he's still perfectly fine. He's just tiered up again. We should see a Sturm Armory coming up soon. Who knows? Maybe he'll go for Tank Depot. I will keep you posted. Panzer Command.
Yeah,
the
Aimstrong
sniper's
is
in
just,
very close range. Oh, counter snipe misses!
Oh, counter
Let's see
snipe
if these
misses.
Grenadiers can do the duty. That sniper is retreating through red cover. He's taking
Do
a
it.
lot of damage, but he'll get away.
And he'll get away, yeah. Kind of unfortunate. Sometimes that sniper in red cover, he just gets a headshot, and that's it. He's dead. Not now, though.
We've had so many like blows traded back and forth here. This game is it seems just to be far more violent than the last. Grenadier nade comes in. Aimstrong light foot just steps a few steps to the right and dodges it entirely. And a little
good
quick
dodge.
time sync. It's the first one we've had to do in SNF tonight. We're at 15 minutes and 32, 33, 34, 35, and this one's still too close to call.
Oh yeah, I'm right with you. And indeed it is. And we see some war mines now from Aimstrong. He's got an infantry company, and he's got the howitzer shot on lock. And he's placing lots of mine with the riflemen, so we're seeing a lot of mine play from both of them.
The enemy advances.
All right, both snipers are rushing back onto the field uncloaked. I thought I heard a mortar there for a second, but I think I was mistaken. Still no real tech. Have you even gotten a supply yard upgrade? Not yet. Wow. Aimstrong is so low tech at the moment.
115 fuel in the bank. I'm thinking he's saving up manpower for a tank depot. That would be my guess. But I'm not sure that would be the right decision at this point.
Wow, Aimstrong bold with his sniper running around uncloaked. He's banking on his gamble that DevM sniper is not on the left-hand side. And of course he's correct, but there's no way he can know that.
Well, he reads the game pretty well, so...
He reads it fantastically. With the help of that knowledge, he is pushing the Wehrmacht forces off the left-hand side of the map, and of course DevM, sensing this, takes the opportunity to move back into the center. This is just wonderful play
now
going on
Aimstrong
in both flanks.
sees that the sniper's in the middle, so he can snipe freely on the left or in the
exactly.
north. However you want to look at it.
I wonder if Aimstrong sniper is close to a second pip of vet. He's got one so far.
We're losing territory.
These games have been so short. You know, veterancy has not come into play for either side yet, and we're in game 4 already.
Indeed.
I wonder if it'll come into play in this game. Wow.
We've got a Puma on the field from DevM.
And now he's building another Grenadier squad, so it's kind of like back-teching instead of saving for more Sturmarmory units. Like we frequently see a Nebel, you know, the Nebel can just camp by the side of that lake and rain fire into the center of Semwad, does massive damage to infantry in a church. But DevM has selected to build more Grenadiers instead.
There we go. Finally, the tank depot is starting to go up. Now, this Puma, DevM's Puma, has got like a few minutes of complete rain. I mean, Aimstrong has got stickies, but I'm sure DevM is not going to be, you know, that bold to let his Puma get sticky. So, he's got some time. He needs to use it.
Man, Guderian, I have to admit, I'm being a bad caster again. I'm totally biased. I want DevM to win this game. I want to see an ace game. I'm so curious as to, you know, like who will have the VP lead, who will pick which faction. I'm just desperate for a rubber match here. Come on, DevM, you can do it. We've seen so few in SNF. You know, like Season 3 started out with these just like epic. The first 3 weeks was like they all went to the 5th game and they were just incredible. But this one we've seen very few Game 5s, and I'm just hoping, crossing my fingers, that we can see one tonight.
Yeah, I understand you. I mean, honestly, I'm not a really good caster myself because I was actually cheering for Aimstrong in this matchup from the very beginning. But now that I look at it, I actually also want DevM to win this because I want this series to go, you know, as long as possible.
The Puma there, I was surprised those mines went off. There are more mines there. Wow, DevM, ooh, they go off. The Grenadiers clear them. Don't take that much damage. I mean, as far as mine clearing, I guess that went okay for DevM. He wanted to recon the base. I mean, I think he can, even if he didn't see it, he can pretty much guess the tank depot's coming up. So,
nice
I mean, he does have the pack.
Oh, a counter snipe didn't work. DevM just tried to propaganda.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
he
such
wanted
long
to
range.
prop the US sniper and try to snipe, but he didn't fire. Too slow. And now the M18 is out, and it can finish off the Puma.
Yeah, he needs to get that kill because Aimstrong is getting trapped into his base here. He's in danger of being pinned. He needs to take out this Puma. We have another Puma built from DevM. I'm starting to wonder about his late game. You know, like why not build Stugs now? And there it is. That Puma's down, but the pack is there. Yeah, wow, this could be a massive off-map shoot. Does DevM see it? Does he move his infantry away enough? Oh my goodness, he can still get hurt by this. We've seen just like the area of effect be crazy. Yeah, he dodged very well. The sniper's fine. All the infantry's fine. He didn't lose any squads. He didn't lose the pack. Oh, they're even getting bold. They're even moving back into the range of that shot, and they just
perfect reading. Perfect reading.
Just perfectly. Yeah. Perfectly. Does not take any real devastating damage. This does give Aimstrong time to try to repair his Hellcat, but there's just so much Wehrmacht infantry there. Oh, look at this retreat path. They don't know which way to go. They're going
my God!
These rifles are trash. What is this? This never happens. They're like, Hellcat, get the hell
finally moves the Hellcat. Oh,
get
man.
out of the way, Hellcat. He had to move it because they were confused. You know, you don't often see retreating units get confused. They were like, this dog goes one way, that dog goes the other way. They couldn't make up their minds.
Honestly, I think it was the first time I've seen a retreating unit just kind of running back and forth like that. That was crazy.
I know, for that long, that really doesn't ever happen. Dude, what I saw on Semwa on a stream the other day, a Hellcat decided to become amphibious and go for a swim at that very location, and like it actually went underwater in the middle of that river and took out an AC that was in the PE base. Crazy stuff going on Semwa. No, it went underwater and still fired, and then backed on out of there. It was fine. It was no problem.
Wow, I've never done this. I gotta try this.
All right, so Howie is going up. The Howie could have laid in some devastating shots before. DevM has been sort of clumping his units a bit. He needs to take out this pack. DevM doesn't have a lot of anti-tank. You know, he's got tons of units, but very little anti-tank. If he could just take the pack down and, you know, do well enough against a bunch of Fausts. I mean, DevM's so bold. He hasn't even... Oh, now finally, okay, these Grenadiers are getting a Shrek, so they're a little more formidable there on the left.
It's interesting to see that both snipers are still alive, because they just fire one shot at a time. You know, they're very, very careful.
Aimstrong does have double vet now. He's got 12 kills, make it 13. He would love to get triple vet and run around fast, cloaked. Okay, let's see how the Shrek... Okay, here comes the Howie shot coming in. This could be big. Oh, it falls totally short, misses the pack entirely. Like the game could shift on these shots. Okay, the MG has to retreat, loses a man, but the pack manages to move forward and avoid it entirely, and that was really Aimstrong's main target.
Yeah, so that Howie barrage is just didn't really do nothing.
No, DevM avoided it beautifully once again. So much fuel and manpower sunk into that.
He's in a huge VP lead as well. I mean, if you look at the VPs, considering how long DevM has held the whole
does
map.
Crazy damage. The Hellcat has to back out. He's on very low health. He won't be able to show his face again until he gets some repairs. DevM showing two snipers there in the vicinity of the church.
An epic Howie shot and some godlike might work for Aimstrong to get back into this, but at this very moment he is looking like he's in very big trouble.
I'm feeling DevM's in better shape now, just in the fact that he has the Stug 4 out.
Yeah, he's got the pack, he's got the stuff, he's got the Puma, he's got so much infantry everywhere, and two snipers as well. I mean, he is barely, I don't know, he's barely got a weakness in his army right now.
I don't see any. There's another
prop war! Prop war the sniper, and finally a counter snipe!
He got it?
The American sniper dies! He did!
I saw the shot go in, and then revenge
instantly! A Howie shot! A Howie shot on the snipers!
Man, Guderian, I swear, like the forced retreat happened, the Wehrmacht sniper shot, and I swear the American sniper was still alive. Like, I don't know if I'm seeing things wrong or what, but I swear there was like a delayed animation on him dying.
You saw it all right. The first Wehrmacht sniper missed. The second got it. There were two of them.
Got him. Oh man!
And the Howie killed one of them, and there's still one alive.
Yeah. Okay, now I understand what happened there. I was like, I swear he missed. What happened? The second sniper got him. So crazy. All right, so each player loses one
now
sniper.
It's looking like totally bad for Aimstrong. Like very, very bad. Like I don't know.
When you see like 4 Wehrmacht triangles on the mini map to the left of that hedgerow by the American base, you know the American's not coming out of his playpen anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Aimstrong's doing the right thing. He's going to take a hack at going the other way, so he's going to try to harass the right now and see what he can do.
Yeah, but as far as AT, I mean, he's only got one MAT. And, you know, it's just not enough. There's 2 Pumas stuck, there's a pack still, and he's completely locked down. And
One of the rules for beginners is never cap under fire unless you have your enemy has 3 VPs and you're on the like VP per second drain, you know, and so Aimstrong was forced there. He was forced to cap the right VP under duress, and that's just going to hurt him with manpower, and his chances of coming back from this are quickly dwindling.
They are near to 0, I would say. I don't think DevM is gonna.
Looks like I'm gonna get him.
I don't think DevM is gonna let this go. There's no way DevM is letting this slip. I mean, he used to take down opponents in like the qualifier tourney and everywhere. He used them down to take them down in minutes, very quick, very aggressively. And I think it's the first time he is 2-1 down, is it? Or has he been at such a disadvantage before?
I don't recall. I'm just enthralled. There's still action going on all over the place. The Hellcat did kill a Puma on the right, but meanwhile, DevM ran his Stug into Aimstrong's base and took out the howitzer.
Oh, he's gonna
lose that Stug. It got double stickied. Yeah. But still, all of this is just water under the bridge for DevM. As long as the map stays his color, he doesn't care what happens.
Oh yeah, because there's a KT on the field anyway, so this is one for him. And he knows that.
Woot woot! NTD, give us a zoom-in follow on the Königstiger. We have not seen many of these on SNF. Oh man, Guderian, you know, we're approaching Game 5 here, and I'm starting to get worried. I have absolutely no clue who's in the VP lead. You know, they threw in the towel so early in those Bois games. They didn't even make any attempts to harass VPs. Who knew how important they'd be? It's particularly on Langres. You know, Langres was DevM's nemesis. Wehrmacht dominated 3 games on Langres yesterday, and that's how DevM lost to Sandland. So now we're going to have to go back to Langres for Game 5. Who's going to be what faction? How are they going to play it? Can't wait to find out.
Oh, and a counter snipe. Jessen. Well, I mean, Aimstrong's gonna lose this egg, but he did get the counter snipe in the end.
He's still fighting, that's right. You gotta show your opponent that the fight has not been beaten out of you. It's particularly when you're about to enter a Game 5. There's the GG. Simon throws in the towel, and somehow, after having his back up against the wall, DevM has pushed this Sunday Night Fights to an ace game. That's right, we are now at a best of 1. Guderian, man, I'm gonna have to step aside and let you and Yoink take the treasure. I hope it's a wonderful game. You know, what did Aimstrong do wrong in this?
Well, for starters, he seemed like his weapon support, his fast weapon support center, seemed like he didn't really plan on it. I think he was trying to react to the sniper, but honestly, in my own experience and from what I've seen, getting that counter sniper after your 4th rifle that late, you know, even if you get the counter sniper, which he did, and then he sniper survived on the mine, and you remember that, but even so, it doesn't necessarily mean you turn the tide. Just because you've wasted so much manpower, the Wehrmacht will tech, and you will have problems countering the tech. And I think that's what happened. I mean, DevM got Puma, he got Tier 3. We could see that many players think that a Tier 2, Tier 3 is the safest build to go with, since Pumas arrive just so much faster. And eventually, what led to his downfall is that he wasn't able to really, I don't know how do I say that, I mean, like, take the momentum in the middle game. Even though he counter-sniped, he didn't get back on the map. He didn't chase the DevM off the field. So eventually, it was just a slow death for him. If he got the counter sniper after the 3rd rifle, I think he would have been fine.
I think that the American, you know, like, we haven't really seen the strong American early game. I mean, could it be because Wehrmacht has just gotten so much better and that you just can't flank these top Wehrmacht players? Possibly, but it just goes to show that the Americans need to throw some strong punches early, or they will simply get overwhelmed by this diverse Tier 2, Tier 3 army. I can't wait to see. I mean, Langra, that's even more Wehrmacht. You know, will we see an early pin? Will we see aggressive play right up the middle to try to pin the Americans in the base? I hope not. I hope it's a good game. I'm very curious to see the factions. So I'll let NTD roll that video. Guderian and Yoink have fun casting Game 5. SNF fans, I will give you the mile-high salute. See you guys next week. It's been a grand old time. Take us to the break.